But I am living in Florida.
Florida.
For 5 years now, 6 years, I think.
Now I know you're a sports guy. As you can see, you're wearing a Lakers hat.
Yeah, it's been.
You're a Gators guy. You know,
it's been a rough sports year for me.
You know, and that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's been terrible.
You know, you're 2014, and I mean, let's be real here. 2015 is not looking much better.
No, not when your guys are Kobe Bryant and Peyton Manning. So
Kobe's out.
Kobe's out now today.
You know,
yeah. And the Lakers are a mess, but you know that's the Lakers. They suck for 10 years and then they win 4 championships in the next 10 years. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we'll wait. What
are you gonna do?
Wait,
you know, Peyton Manning. There's all that stuff there. Who fucking knows what's gonna happen there?
Yeah.
Then, well, you know. Then there's your Florida Gators, which, man, you want to talk about swirling the drain. Because I'm an Alabama guy.
Okay.
And, you know, I love the chance to rub it in on any SEC fan that, you know, I mean, unfortunately.
Well, I was pulling for you guys.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not an Ohio State guy?
I can't stand Ohio State.
Fuckers.
And I'm really upset that they won. I kind of wanted Oregon to get their first championship, but
they got smoked.
They got smoked, and Urban Meyer. I mean, what can you say? I mean, whatever. He got us 2 championships with Tebow, but like, I wanted it to stay in the SEC.
Absolutely.
You know, I did, and I'm really glad that Florida State didn't win it again because they're just the sight of the quarterback's face just makes me cringe. So.
I worked with a guy who was from Akron, and Notre Dame guy, whatever, and he's like, fucking hate Ohio State. All those people, I'm gonna go down there to State. I'm gonna go to State.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to State. And he's like, fucking hate Florida or Ohio State. So yeah, hey, shout out to SEC.
We'll be back on top soon. Don't worry, we'll win another 10, 11 years in a row. So, which teams? I don't know. Maybe Missouri.
Oh, brother. So getting back to, you know, some Frank Three Gun stuff. You kind of are a hardcore gypsy of sorts. Yeah. Ringworm, Terror, Integrity. You know, both of those Ringworm and Integrity Cleveland bands. Mm-hmm. What do you think that you bring to the table in maybe approach or something different to Hatebreed that maybe you learned from working with those bands?
Well, the thing about Hatebreed is when I was in Integrity in 1995 and they were starting the band, they loved Integrity. And we were like, who are these kids from Connecticut, Hatebreed? You know, they wanted to calling us up. Can we swap shows with you, Connecticut and Cleveland? We want to do a split record with you guys. And we did. We did the Integrity split 7-inch, and Integrity and Hatebreed split 7-inch. And I've had a friendship with them with these guys since back then. You know, I'm talking like on the phone almost every day. When they're out on tour, they're bringing Ringworm and Terror to open with them, and I'm riding on the bus with them. Even when I'm not on tour with them, I'm hanging on the bus. So like, and Sean, you know, when they decided it was time to get another guitar player in the band, they were like, "Well, we got to get Frank. That's it. There's just
done.
No auditions, none of that." So the relationship that I have with them is that strong. I kind of feel like it's just something that had to happen from their end and my end, and more than anything, I bonded with these guys like like brothers, right off the bat. So, you know, when talking about a band that tours as much as we do, you have to be able to hang. In this kind of music, you need to be able to hang and live with people more than you need to know how to play the songs. Anybody's going to be able to play the songs. There's tons of kids out there to play, tons of people in bands out there to play.
Sure.
But to have somebody that you know that you're going to get along with on that level and wake up every day and not hate, you know, I think that more than anything, I think that peace of mind for them is what I brought to the table, knowing that I could be in the band and be that guy to be here. And I'm not from some huge band that's bigger than Hatebreed that they brought in, drawing distractions. I could just, you know, work my way into here and just become a 5-piece again, which is what they wanted to do on Supremacy. Mm-hmm. And they became a 5-piece again, and it was March of 06 since I've been in. So it's about 9 years.
So you don't have the Metallica relationship? Not to call anybody out, but, you know, they made a fucking movie about their dysfunction.
Right. I mean, I think that there's a lot of bands that are dysfunctional out there, and I think it would surprise a lot of people to realize that it's not just on a huge level like Motley Crue where they don't like each other or whatever and they're riding on separate buses. It goes on at our level, too.
Oh, I can imagine.
I guess it's because somebody thinks that they're better than somebody else, which to me is the most ridiculous thing in the world, because I don't act like that at all. And to normal people that, you know what I mean? That's one thing I can't stand in my life, is like somebody that thinks they're better than somebody else because of something. Like, it's just, at the end of the day, we all breathe the same air.
Sure.
So, you know, that kind of stuff goes on. It's unfortunate, and I feel bad for the people that are in those situations that aren't having the time of their life, because to be able to be a musician and make a living off it, and even if you're not making a living off it, if you're just out there doing it and playing in front of people because your heart's in it, to have somebody else in the mix making you feel bad, like, and you're just sticking in there because you love this and it's something you want to do. I mean, a lot of that goes on out there. So I kind of feel like I feel bad for people that are in that situation. And
well, you're in a good situation. So,
I am. Everything's great.
So, yeah.
Everything's great in this camp.
Hey.
Believe that. Hatebreed gets along.
Heard it here first.
We wake up and bust each other's balls as soon as we got out of bed. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Like.
So you guys did a cover album, 09. If you were to put a Sam Hain song on there, what would it be?
Oh, man.
Yeah, but you only could pick one. Because I'm sure there's 30 of them.
Unholy Passion. I love Unholy Passion. It's my favorite Sam Hain. I'm a big Sam Hain fan. Anybody doesn't know. It's definitely my favorite Danzig band. A lot of people, I go, oh, you know, we start talking about Danzig, and I bring up Sam Hain, and they don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm like, what do you mean? And it's like, it's the second band in between Misfits and Sam Hain. So if you don't know about Sam Hain, check them out. They're amazing. Shout out to my friend London May, who's in the band. I like Unholy Passion and anything off that. I like Let the Day Begin off of November Coming Fire. Okay. And I don't know, whatever. You know, we always joke. At any time we're jamming songs in the dressing room, I mean, it could be 70s soft rock. It could be fucking rap. We're like, For the Lions 2. We got to put this out. We're just joking, obviously. But we talked about all the bands that we didn't put on For the Lions 1, because obviously when you make a covers record, you know, you're not covering everything you do.
Of course.
Everybody in the band's got, you know, where's the Discharge? Where's the Motorhead? Where's the Venom?
I mean,
you know what I mean? So we'll see. We definitely want to do it again. You know? But
it was fun. I mean, it was something. It was something different, that kind of an in-betweener that, I mean, I like a good cover song. Sure,
and a lot of people are like, whatever, you know, or they just thought it was our new record, and they're like, oh, this is terrible, you know what I mean?
No.
But, you know, I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes to see that what great players we could be if we wanted to be. When you listen to the Slayer cover and the Metallica cover and the drums and the things like that. Because within Hatebreed, you know, we're only going to stick with our formula pretty much, because it's worked so well for 20 years. Why go crazy? We can. Wayne's a great player, Matt's a great drummer, but you know, we were able to showcase that with the covers records. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought it was you know, I mean, it was kind of fitting, and of course, you know, Hatebreeders is on there from the Misfits.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. There's your Danzig song. You know, there's your Glenn Danzig song.
There's a very cool video of us doing Hatebreeders, if you guys want to check it out, with Jerry Only from the Misfits, and he comes up and sings it with us, and he's got the whole stuff on. For those that don't know, the name Hatebreed comes from the song Hatebreeders by the Misfits. That's it.
Huh.
Yeah, and you got other people who are thinking other things, terrible things, especially people that don't know anything about the band.
Oh, well, we were going to touch on that.
No, that's a whole nother interview. So
yeah, that's not one we're going to have.
I hope not.
No way. So I've heard that you guys really don't run with a set list.
Nope.
But it's basically a list. Jamie says, you know, this is what we're going to do.
Yep.
What's the one song when he yells it out, you go, fuck, I don't want to do this, or
I'm on the spot now.
or that song you're like, nice, man. God, I've been wanting to play this for a long time.
Well, usually when it's nice, we haven't played that one in a long time. It's like, oh man, we haven't played that one for a long time. Hope it goes good.
Man, we should have practiced this.
Basically, what it is Jamie has a list on the stage on the drum riser of about 45 or 50 songs. Mm-hmm. And it could be any of those songs. Sure. Before we go on stage, we decide what songs first. We go out there and we play it. And then after that, we don't know. Okay. So, except for after the first break, we know we switch the guitars because of the tuning, because of the self-titled record. Sure. we do those songs. So, but yeah, it's fun because it keeps us. We don't have to play the same songs every night.
Absolutely,
Gives the kids something to talk about.
So it's like the Grateful Dead of heavy
I
music.
guess. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I hate to be compared to Grateful Dead, but go ahead. Why not? But it's fun. Like when the kids come to the meet and greet stuff and they say, "Can you play that tonight?" Well, chances are we can.
Talk to Jamie.
Right. So I just when he calls out the Slayer cover,
Okay.
it eats up 2 Hatebreed songs.
Gotcha.
So, and taking nothing away from them, one of the greatest metal bands of all time.
Absolutely.
Fucking Slayer rules. Everybody knows that. But the vibe's a little different because it's just, it's on the drums like this,
yeah.
and what goes on when we're playing and the groove and all that.
It's
and
not
just like
Hatebreed.
it's a little different. So sometimes it's a little hard to come back from that because a lot of the kids don't know that.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
not covering Raining Blood. You're not covering, whatever. God Hates Us All, or something like that. So,
message to Jamie.
Exactly. But no, it's cool to pay our respects to Jeff and to Slayer for sure because they're a band that's taken Hatebreed out 4 times. And,
is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that many times.
Yeah, and they've really done a lot of great things for Hatebreed too.
Awesome. So we're just gonna do a couple more. I guess first closing question is if Hatebreed were to dissolve tomorrow and you were going to do one final show and you could choose the band to do it with, who would it be?
I don't know, man. I mean,
not to single anybody out, but
I mean, you mean for us to play with?
Yeah.
Well, I always said that, before I was in a band, they toured with Motorhead, which to me is amazing.
And you didn't get...
I was before my time in the band. I saw the one show, and they toured with Sam Hain, because back in '99, Sam Hain did a reunion, and it was like Danzig, Sam Hain, Hatebreed. Which,
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. And, Kiss, everybody knows I'm a big Kiss fan. Anybody knows me. So we were direct support for them at Grass Pop. So there was like 40,000 people there. We played, and then they played, and then that was the end of the show. So I mean, I wouldn't even say that.
I bet they were pissed off to follow you.
Well, we had to. I mean, the thing about it is, it's one of those European festivals where we really kill it, and it's like.
And it's Kiss.
And it was Kiss. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird, but it was cool. But it's like I wouldn't even give that as an answer because we already did that. So I don't know. Like everybody would have their own band who they wanted to do. Everybody in the band.
Right.
So maybe it would have to be like a 5 or 6 band bill. I'm Motorhead. I'm going to go ahead and say. I mean, I hate to say it, but how much longer we're going to be able to see Motorhead? You know what I mean?
We saw him at Mayhem a couple of years ago. He's starting to sound his age.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's still Motorhead.
It's still Motorhead. Lemmy's God.
But I was like, wow.
I don't know. AC/DC maybe? They still draw people, right?
They kill him too. Well, I forget.
Well,
that's another interview.